Hi, and welcome to another series of Life Stretch. This is going to be part 2 of a hip series that I would like to take you through. This will be done mostly laying on your back. I'm not going to put a mat down for myself at the moment, but certainly feel free to do that for yourselves at home. Okay, so we had a part 1 to this. I would recommend going through that first prior to this. I'm going to move just a little bit on a diagonal here to hopefully give you a better view. So I'm coming down onto my back. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cross one leg over the other, kind of like Taylor style, or a figure 4 stretch. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this leg up and I'm going to hold on behind this leg. Now, if this is a motion that is not easily achievable in your body, you can take a towel, a hand towel, and you can, or a yoga strap if you have that, not something stretchy, and you can wrap that around the leg and you can hang on to that instead. So here I am, and I'm holding on behind this leg, and what my other elbow is doing is it's just making contact with the inside of my top leg here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to gently start to rock side to side. We call this rocking the baby. So a little bit side to side. And then what I'm going to incorporate into that is I'm going to pendulum swing the leg that I'm holding on to. Now, little by little, you can make this larger and larger, because ultimately what we're going to do is we are going to allow this to drop all the way over onto the floor. Now I'm going to back up a little bit here to give you a little bit of a better view. So I've rocked over so that my top foot was able to make contact with the floor. My bottom hand is going to hold on to that ankle, and my top hand is going to come somewhere on this inner thigh. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep this foot fixed to the floor, and I'm going to think of drawing this leg with my hand up and out of my hip. So I'm lifting it, I'm kind of aiming it in that direction. Now as I do that, I'm going to keep that press into the leg away. I'm dropping my hip back into the floor, and then I'm going to release. So I'm drawing my thigh, I'm actually tractioning my thigh out of my hip, and then dropping my hip back into the floor. Any of you that have come in and done fascial stretch therapy sessions with me, this is your own individual attempt at some of the hip fan series. So I'm tractioning up, and I'm keeping that traction. I'm keeping a fixed foot on the floor as I think of trying to take my booty cheek back down to the floor. So up and dropping back and down. And I can just keep repeating that. And then what I'm going to do to come out of this series is I'm going to draw my bottom leg out, take this leg up, and just let this knee drop for a little bit of a hip opener for this leg. Any of my yoga practitioners out there, you could think of this as almost like a really advanced tree pose. Now, as I let go of this leg, hopefully it's not so restricted that it slingshots away and you can have a slow reach of that leg back down and out. So I'm going to turn around so that I can demonstrate this on the other side for you. So I'm going to come back down and we're going to do the other leg. So we start by crossing over, and then I'm going to come up and hold on to the back of that leg, and I'm rocking side to side. And I think what I will do here is I'm going to turn just a little bit more to give you a slightly different view so that you can see what I'm doing with my elbow here. So my elbow is sending this thigh away from me as I'm going side to side. And then again, we can add that pendulum of the leg I'm holding on to. Usually what happens with this is as the rock gets bigger and bigger, you ultimately have almost an accidental fall all the way over to the side. But I'm going to try and control mine over and bringing it down. Okay, so here's my hand. I'm holding on. Now for me, the front of this hip is quite restricted, so I'm not going to force my leg up so much. That was putting a little bit of discomfort on me, so I'm going to let my knee drop down just a bit to start. Once again, here's my hand. My hand is going to push up and away. Think of trying to take the thigh bone and lifting it out of the hip. And then I'm dropping my right booty cheek down towards the floor. Ooh, I can tell you I need to be doing this one. So I'm going to be gentle with this side of my body. It is not a feeling I feel like I can breathe comfortably through. Let that always be an indicator. If you cannot comfortably inhale and exhale, you may be asking just a little too much of your tissue. And I'm just going to do 2 more of these. You'll notice this has a wave to it. I'm just moving through. Now, I'm going to come out of this the same way, rolling on my back and bringing this leg up. And that does feel quite a bit better for me. And then allowing that leg to release down. Okay, so that was part 2 of our hip series, and I hope that you enjoyed that. That was a much shorter version than the first one. There will be a comprehensive life stretch full body class that will be offered on the site as well, but these small little videos just allow you to isolate perhaps a body area that has your attention on that particular day or something you would just like to focus on. And as always, if you have any questions, you can email me at bodypotentialtraining@gmail.com. Thank you so much.